Hey guys, what's going on? Shane here. Today I have for you a review for the Classic Army Skirmish ECS KM10 M4 Carbine AEG Airsoft Rifle. These names are just so long, always so long. First off, I want to apologize. I'm doing some work back here, got some wet paint. I'm going to change up the background a little bit. I think I'm going to hang the minigun up for sure. Alright, so I got this in a mystery box from, I believe it was Airsoft GI. This is generally a big starter gun that I've seen a lot of people get. Their Skirmish series. So this thing retails for about $240, give or take, which is a fairly expensive, not too expensive. It's kind of a mid-range replica. It does have some really cool stuff which we'll talk about, so let's dig in. So right off the bat, it comes with some rail sections here. Of course, your magazine, a jamming rod, and this is, it actually has a programmable MOSFET, which I'm going to take the instructions out for, because it's not the hardest, but it's definitely not the easiest. Right off the bat, feels pretty solid. It is a polymer, upper, lower. The rail is polymer, but it's got some decent weight to it. It's not too heavy. So it does have this big orange ugly flash hider, but it looks pretty solid compared to cheap plastic. It's more like the same stuff that the body's made out of. And it actually has the screw things on it to where the suppressors that'll fit over and then screw in will actually fit. So if you did want to keep this on here, you could put a small can over it if you just want to keep the orange tip on, right? Okay, so the barrel is metal. It does have a key mod rail. I know a lot of people don't like key mod. I personally like the key mod. I like the accessories. You just stick them up in there, go like that, and then twist it. It's the same thing as the M-Lock, it's just a different style. It's all about saving weight and then having multiple attachment points, right? So I don't see any problem with key mod. It just sucks when you have like a third key mod, third Picatinny, third M-Lock, and you get into problems when you start looking at compatibility and then you're having to put rail segments on there. It is nice they did include rail segments with all of the key mod stuff you need, even the tool to put it on there. It does have flip-up sights. They're iron, kind of like the MP5 style front and the normal back. Got a little wiggle to them, not too bad. Right off the bat, I shot this a few minutes ago just to kind of check it out, and this was almost all the way down, and I'm still having to aim way up. So you're gonna have to just play around to where you can get that sight picture right on. Right? It does not have ambidextrous controls, so it only has your controls on this side and then your mag release on the other side. It does have a blank off plate. This one was sent to me by Airsoft GI. There was the BB bag had exploded. This thing had come off. I don't know. It looked like it had some really rough time in shipping. So it's got kind of a, not a Raptor style charging handle, but something similar to it, right? It unlocks on both sides, comes out. There is no bolt lock on this. One thing that kind of sucks, generally when you get into the $250 range of replicas, you see the bolt lock. Not a big deal, but it is kind of annoying to have to hold it back while you adjust your rotary style hop up that we have here. It does have a flat trigger, and like, whoa, I forgot the batteries in it. Alright, so it does have a flat trigger, and it has an electronic firing system, which we'll get to in just a second. It does have the two sling points back here, and then just a normal stock. There's nothing special at all about this stock, right? And you can fit some sizable batteries in there. I have a Nunchuck LiPo, 11-1 LiPo in there right now. One nice thing too is it does have the quick change motor, so if you want to mess with the motor, all you have to do is pull that tab and it comes right out. I love that because there's nothing worse than constantly taking the motor on and off when you're shimming and doing stuff, so that makes it nice and easy to pop that motor out and pop it back in. Okay, so let's talk about a little bit about the internals. So it does have 9mm bushings, which are some of the biggest bushings I've seen on a replica so far. Is that better than 8? I don't know. I feel like 8mm bushings are already huge. I mean, anything over 6 is just as big as it is, and it's all about how much pressure and tension you're going to put on those bushings before they wear out. So yeah, 9mm bushings seems like a marketing thing to me, but hey, whatever. It does come with a 6.03 inner barrel right off the bat, which is nice, so you don't have to worry about putting a better barrel in there. I'm sure it's still brass, so if you want to get something more heavy like a steel, you can do that, but I'm sure the barrel in it is going to work pretty well, especially for kind of in the beginner range of this zone, right? Like I said, it features the straight trigger. It's also got 18-to-1 ratio gears, a polymer piston, and it has the 23K Proline motor, so it should be able to crank out some pretty decent round per second. I would hope it's going to be over 20 with an 11-1, maybe like 22 or 23. Overall, very sturdy feeling. I see some minor cosmetic defects and stuff on some of the molding and the plastic. you know, it's a beginner gun, so you expect a little bit here and there. You know, it's all polymer, which doesn't really matter, but it has a little bit of weight to it, but it's still fairly light. If you got a shorter version, it'd probably be really good for like a kid to start out playing, right? Like a 10 or 11-year-old, something small, light. One good thing, like I said, it does have the ECS, the electronic control system, and you can put it on different modes, right? So you can program it to do safe semi-full, safe semi 3-shot, safe 3-shot full, safe 5-shot full, and then safe semi-semi. So right off the bat, you can do that. It does have low voltage protection, which is nice. So that way, you know, you're not going to drain your battery out to the very end. And also, so if say you plug in your battery and you pull the trigger and the gun doesn't shoot, the motor doesn't actuate for some reason, you pull it 3 or 4 times, it automatically cuts power to make sure that you don't overheat your motor wires and start a fire and fry a bunch of stuff. So that's actually really good, especially if you're new and you can't see the signs of something bad is about to happen with this, right? So that's good. So to program it, you're going to put it in single. And you're going to pull it once. Okay, so you're going to hold it for however many seconds it's going to start beeping at us. Okay, so right now it's beeping to let us know what we're on. Okay, so beep, pause, 3 beeps. That's safe, semi, and 3-shot. Okay, so you hold it for 3 seconds and it'll go to the next one. So this is 2, and then 4. And we're going to go to default. Okay, so this is default. So then you switch it back to full and it's programmed. So now we should have single, safe, and then full auto should be normal. There you go. So it's got a decent rate of fire. I don't know if that's going to make 20, but we'll have to see. And I do have a fat 11. I have a level 1 straight up in here, high dish. And it says this is supposed to come out of the box shooting around 330 to 350. I want to say you can get this to shoot straight 400 too, but I'm not sure. So it does have a quicker spring change system, but I think that means that you have to take the gun out, or the gearbox out of the body in order to actually change the spring. I don't think you can go in through the back here. Alright, so let's grab this bad boy. Let me grab the mag. Oh, we didn't even talk about the mag. Okay, so it comes with a polymer PMag style, EPM style mag. It is a high cap though. So I know beginners, high caps are good for them sometimes because they might only have 1 mag, so they want to go out and play, and you can't really play with 1 mid cap. You're going to be reloading mags all the time. So I'm going to throw some BBs in here, .20s. We'll get a chrono on this real quick, and then we'll take a look at a little bit of shooting, just to kind of see how it performs. Our target. Go ahead and get this thing spooled up. There we go. All right. Take it up. All right, mag fits in real nice. I also put a KM10 in this. These mags, which have trouble fitting a lot of the time, but they also have, as I talk about all the time, the awesome follower that pays out every BB. And it actually worked, so that was nice. Alright, let's do the chrono first. Well, we'll do shooting first. Alright, so, like I said, the sights are a little weird, but we're going to do our best to work on that. Alright, so top left corner. Oh, that's on full. Alright, top left corner. Bottom left corner. First down left. Okay, so I'm going to do the first, actually I'm going to stay on the left side. I'm trying to save targets a little bit. I'm doing a lot of reviews today. I'm trying not to use one for every single one. Alright, so I'm going to do the top 4 in succession. This is one more reason I hate high caps, man. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I don't know if you can hear that on the video, but there is a definite like spring ring sound that's coming from this. So it's like bang, bang, bang. I don't like that spring ring sound because it sounds like something is not as tight as it should be. So I probably would instantly change the spring out on this just to get rid of that sound. That's just me personally. Alright, let's do a little full auto. Top left. Ooh. Pretty much decimated that top left there. I'm going to see if I can cut that second. The second circle out. Alright. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to cut it out, but it definitely is done. Grab the chrono. 346.8. 347.4. 345.3 and 348.1. See what the rounds per second is. 23.39. So this comes in different lengths too, so you can actually get it shorter. So I'd put this right up there with like a Lancer Tactical Gen 3. Probably going to be pretty close, like performance-wise. MOSFET seems to work really well. Just from that little bit of playing, there's some serious heat building up in this grip here, but I mean that happens, right? 11.1. I was hammering the trigger pretty good. Probably put 300 or 400 rounds through it. So yeah, that's it. Rating, considering it's a beginner gun, I'd go solid 6 out of 10. It's got a MOSFET. I don't like the fact that it's all polymer. It'd be nice to have like at least like the upper or the lower, not be polymer. The quick change is in the gearbox. It's not in this, so that kind of gives it a hit. Yeah, I'd go with a 6. 6 out of 10. Great beginner gun for the price. You can find them on sale. The fact that it has a MOSFET is a plus. I mean, these days, all the beginner guns are starting to come with them. Even the new Lancer Tactical Gen 3s have the same MOSFET as the Pro lines from the previous series. So yeah, I'd say buy it. If you're a beginner, you don't have a gun, buy it. If you just need a cheapish backup just to keep in the car just in case, hey, go ahead and do it, right? Alright, well, that is that. Like, subscribe, share, ring the bell, all that good stuff. Shameless plug, because I have to. Seth says hi. And thanks for watching the video. I appreciate it. Coming up on 300 subs, so I'm pretty excited. And we're getting there. I never thought we'd get this far, but hey, here we are. But yeah, so thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you next time.